Okay, hang tight. This one's going to be a little bit longer. To recap the last video, we are exploring the political timeline of Wendy and Jim Phillips, as Jim is a current city council member in Orinoco, Minnesota, currently running for mayor. More of this background is in the intro video that you can take a peek at. But let's do a fast recap of what we covered so far. Wendy and Jim moved to Orinoco in 2020. Wendy unsuccessfully applied for an open city council seat in spring of 2021, but was appointed to the Planning and Zoning Committee of Orinoco in summer of 2021. Jim Phillips was appointed to a vacant city council seat in December of 2021. In 2022, Wendy lost the election for Minnesota State Representative, but continued to be an active member of Orinoco's Planning and Zoning Committee. Jim ran unopposed for his appointed city council seat and was elected to a 4-year city council term ending in 2026. Okay, now for 2023. In early 2023, Wendy was appointed as the chair of Orinoco's Planning and Zoning Committee, with the first documented meeting chaired by her being in February of 2023. Jim continued in his role as city council member and active on the Planning and Zoning Committee, as well as the Personnel Committee and other community liaison roles. By the summer of 2023, Wendy was appointed to yet another chair position, this time as chair of the Olmsted County GOP. This allowed Wendy to have access to more leadership positions within the Republican Party at the state level. Through the remainder of 2023, Wendy continued in her promoted roles both as the chair of the Planning and Zoning Committee in Orinoco, as well as the chair of the county GOP. Now, you'll have to excuse the quote unquotes here, but I don't want to misspeak on this part. By 2024, things got a bit more turbulent for Wendy. Per an article in the Post Bulletin on May 31st of 2024, quote, "It began on April 13, 2024, when Olmsted County GOP Chair Wendy Phillips chaired a political convention in Otter Tail County in defiance of state party leaders who called the gathering illegitimate and unsanctioned. In response, a 1st District committee booted Phillips off the GOP State Executive Committee, which controls the statewide party," unquote. The article goes on to explain that, quote, "It takes a 2/3 vote to remove a person from State Executive Committee, and the committee voted 44-13 to evict her," unquote. Per the Post Bulletin, Congressional District 1 Republican leadership explained that, quote, "Phillips has used her position as more of a launching pad for her own ambitions." It concluded that she didn't have the skills for a position where she is supposed to be voicing other people's positions rather than her own, unquote. This article also describes the chair of the congressional district of which the Olmsted County GOP operates as, quote, "lamenting over what he described as the fallen state of the Olmsted GOP, stating that it's not a functioning group. It's not run by serious people. It has proven to be a consistent problem every step of the way, which is really disappointing," unquote. Whew. Okay, so no more state executive committee roles for Wendy. She remains, as of this recording, the chair of the Olmsted County GOP, and in this capacity has remained active with endorsements of GOP candidates for various offices, including Ken Novitsky and Wes Lund for Minnesota House seats. Wendy was quoted in one local news story as saying, quote, "Ken Novitsky and Wes Lund emerged as exemplary choices, embodying the principles of fiscal responsibility, strong leadership, and dedication to serving the needs of their constituents." Of note, this is Wes Lund. As a bit of a side, Wendy and Wes have a history dating back years before this endorsement. Outside of partisan political work, Wendy has also been a very prominent activist within other movements across the local area. She can be seen in a number of photographs that have been taken at local school board meetings where large groups of people have overwhelmed the school board and caused extreme disruptions. Wendy can be seen participating in those events by holding up a large "No CRT" or critical race theory sign. She can also be seen in the photographs helping to lead the assembled group in saying the Lord's Prayer at a school board meeting. Of note, religious prayers are not allowed at school board meetings. Wendy also continues to serve on the Orinoco Planning and Zoning Committee during this time in 2024 as the vice chair, while Jim continues in his described roles. In the summer of 2024, Jim submitted his candidacy for mayor of Orinoco. Okay, that's a wrap on the 2023-2024 timeline. The next video is going to explain how all of this ties to more nuanced issues in our community.